So my side of the story is Labor Day 2007 had told me that she forgot. No, she didn't forget. She was, her period was being weird, like it stopped. And I was like, okay, whatever that means. And so she gave me a few scenarios of what it could be. And the last scenario was, I'm pregnant. And I said, really? What? I was quite, I don't know what the right word is, surprised if that would be the case, because we weren't really trying. So she did mention that she had a pregnancy test, and I said, why don't you take one? And she's like, no, I don't need to, I'm not pregnant. I'm like, well, why don't you just go rule out the possibility? So I came into the computer room and was just doing around, doing something, and she says, honey, in a voice that was unmistakable, as I thought, oh yeah, she's pregnant. So I run into the bathroom. She shows me the little pregnancy test, and it was a very obvious positive, and I was just like, woohoo, we're pregnant. I was excited. I was like, why be sad, be excited, you know? Oh wow, dealing with a sick, pregnant wife. It's been the hardest time of my entire life. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's actually not been very hard. Yeah, Angel, she's had a really hard time the last week or two. She's been a lot more tired. She's been feeling more nauseated. At first she was just more tired, which I got used to that from the beginning of our relationship, is she just needs more sleep than I do. And I keep telling her she's doing so good because I think she really is. I mean, this is something she's never experienced before. And why be hard on yourself? I mean, you don't know if you're doing a good or a bad job, really. It's just like, hey, just try to go with the flow, roll with the punches as much as you can. I'm sure it's hard to do that as you're feeling weird. Something's like growing inside of you. And yeah, I'm glad I don't have to go through that. I love kids. I am the second oldest of 6 kids. And that'd be a good place, insert for a family picture.
Thanks, honey. I'm directing.
Oh, excuse me. Oh boy. My wife, the film Nazi. I don't know, I definitely wasn't ready for kids 2 years ago. I've been ready, I'd say, for like the last year. I know that sounds weird, I just got married, but I know that kids they just make me happy. They're just fun, and I know they're probably tons and tons of work, more than I'll ever quite imagine before I have my own. But I know that they're gonna be worth it in the end. I mean, it's like, to me, it's like really like the whole point of my existence is to like try to pass along the good things I've learned in life to another little human being and care for him and see him grow up and all that good stuff. I'd say my only worries or concerns probably just deal with making sure I always I can provide enough for my family so they can live comfortably. My wife doesn't have to like sew all the baby's clothes and things like that. And any other concerns or worries I might have it's hard to say. I think I'm going to be a good dad. I had great parents, saw their great qualities and maybe some things I thought maybe they lacked in as well, and thought, well, I'm definitely going to try to make those improvements and be there for my kids and make sure my wife gets a break when I get home from work, and so she can have some time to herself to, I guess, do whatever she wants to do. Just making sure that I'm there for my kids, I think, is, you know, time-wise, not being selfish with my time, thinking, well, I worked a hard day's worth of work. I want to relax when I come home. I don't want to be bothered by the kid or kids in the future. And It's like, that should be my joy. It's the whole reason why I am working, is to come home and enjoy being with them, just like I enjoy coming home and be with my wife right now, currently. Yeah, so we're getting into a family pretty quick into the marriage. It's going to change our marriage because we will not just be us, we'll have us and the kid. So I'm sure I'll get less sleep than I'm used to, and it's hard to say. I know it'll change, I know it'll be a good change, but it'll be something to adjust to. Adjusting to marriage was really a natural thing. Adjusting to a kid, we'll see. Maybe it'll be pretty natural too. I'm optimistic that it'll be a nice change. So I'll try to sing a few bars and see if I can get it in tune. We do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? And it goes on and on and on, and chasing cars, and the whole thing. It's a good song. I still love it. Every time I hear it, I think of my beautiful and lovely angel.